Hello, everyone. To tonight's D&D. Tonight's D&D tonight stream. It's gonna be a little bit different today. I'm gonna be hosting a little one shot for the people here that you guys can see. It's gonna be. I actually do not know their names just yet, but before that, I just want to make sure that you guys know our sponsors, which would be corporate streams. So thank you for putting us out in the air. Other than that, if the players would like to take it away to introduce their characters. I think we can start with Jordan.
Yes, hi. My name is Jordan Cox. Today I'll be playing Rakov Longtrod. She is a half-orc barbarian, level 5, as we all are. And she's a haunted one as well. So she's got some spooky bad things that have happened in her past.
All right, Lori?
Hi, I'm Tori. I'm playing Naricella. I'm playing a half-orc cleric, and she's just doing her own thing, just trying to make do with what she's got and trying to do all good things for other people.
All right, Lumen.
Hi, my name is Lumen. I will be playing Garrus, a fallen Aasimar fighter, gladiator turned actor, performer, doing what he can to just entertain his life from everything he's done in the past.
Got it.
Forget it.
Okay. And lastly but not least, Michael.
Hi everyone. Like you said, my name's Michael, and today I will be playing Jesse Martez. He is a human Echo Knight fighter, and this is going to be quite interesting because he's also a bit of a haunted one. So this will be fun.
Okay. All right. Do the players have any questions before we start? No? Okay. So you guys are actually have been a group for quite some time, from levels 1 through 5. So you guys have been together for, I'd say, a couple months, adventuring, getting some job here and there, going around this endless world, what it seems. You guys have actually made it to what are considered the Endless Prairies, which is just a series of rolling hills above rolling hills. You guys have actually been traveling for quite some time. I'd say a good 2, maybe 3 weeks. It's hard to keep track. It's just endless rolling hills. It's a very grassy land. Oddly enough, not a lot of animals or cattle or anything of the sort. It seems to be mostly barren. So you guys are actually closing up on your rations and other food stuff. However, in the far distance, you guys see what seems to be a small town. I'd say maybe around 15, 20 buildings from where you guys are. Probably will take you guys about 20 minutes to get there, since you guys are walking. Mostly all the housing and everything seems to be, very rural. You guys can actually see some animals, what seems to be a shepherd with, guiding the sheep down to a corral. Most of the houses and everything seem to be made up of mostly wood, with the exception of one main building, which is made of essentially stone. All the ceilings and everything are mostly hay or some other wood stuff on it. This is as far as you guys can see. As you guys look around, everything else seems empty. It is just this single little town is just in the middle of what seems to be nowhere, but they seem to be doing rather fine. What would you guys like to do?
Garrus kind of like walking with his like dark hair down. He's kind of like just dragging his feet, looking down at the ground. I don't know about you guys. The town looks nice. Maybe lodging sounds good. I'm out of food. I don't have pocket bacon anymore. Rokov? Nothing? No? Maybe? So? Jesse? Nothing? I mean, you two are haunted people. So I don't know. What?
I mean, do they have any ale?
They
They have
better.
ale.
They better. Narisa, what do you think?
Sorry, I was I was spacing out. I heard ale though.
Yes, there'll be possibly ale.
Garrus walks over to Jesse and like slumps over his shoulder. Carry me. He just dead weights.
Dead weights.
Well,
Dramatic as hell.
well,
It's part of the act.
well, we might as well just get him there, or else he'll be like this for the rest of the evening.
Do you
Okay.
need help carrying him?
Right, I can probably help if you need it.
I've watched my figure. I'm not that heavy.
Actually, a figure
think-
that doesn't include the stuff that you're wearing.
Do you want to do an athletics check or strength check?
What is your strength?
I have 15.
15? I'd say yeah, you can actually do in athletics.
Okay. Oh man. My rolls are cursed no matter what. 14.
14. Okay. You struggle a little bit, but Rakab actually picks up the slack. At this point, you guys are just kind of making a bridge with it. You're just walking with the front part of Garrus, and they're just holding the legs up. It's easy enough. I wouldn't assume he weighs too much. Not that big of a fellow. You guys are also pretty big, so it's fine.
I'll be your umbrella.
Somebody's just crouching underneath for a little bit of shade. So as you guys can get closer to the town, you guys actually can see there's a lot of I guess it would be considered fauna. There's a lot of little flowers here and there. Something that you guys have actually not seen for the last 2-3 weeks. There's a lot of you guys can actually see a pretty big field of what seems to be cabbage. And let's see. Can you guys all make a nature check actually?
Okay. Nature.
Garrus is too exhausted and rolled a 2.
17.
17.
17 as well.
I got it.
19.
19. Okay, everybody with the exception of Garrus, you guys kind of do know that is in fact cabbage. And it brings a little bit of question as to the irrigation of things. You guys have not seen a river, a lake, or anything of that sort close by, and yet these crops seem to be doing very well. Garrus, you look at the floor and you're like, yeah, that is definitely grass. We're heading in the right direction. You guys
It's green.
Yeah, and there's also no prominent roads in this small town. Everything kind of just merges in together. There's I guess dirt roads going from one house to the next, but it seems to be rather tightly knit community. As you guys start to get a little bit closer, you guys can actually see some people starting to look out towards your general direction and just kind of not necessarily in any threatening manner, but just kind of questioning what you guys are doing here. As you guys kind of get closer, what you guys can assume to be a spokesperson, this older gentleman, small, short beard, kind of patchy, almost like mine. But he kind of walks up to you guys, kind of very rugged, wearing mostly what you guys consider adventuring light armor, which is rather odd for, something as rural as this. He kind of approaches you guys as you guys kind of meet him, probably 20 feet away. Kind of looks at you guys and directs yourself to whoever would be in the front, which I would assume to be either Naricella.
Yeah, you're the one dragging him, so I figured you'd want to get him off your back as soon as possible.
Dragging him. I'm just holding onto his legs.
He kind of looks at you guys like, is everything okay?
Yeah, we've been traveling for a while. This guy right here,
Ale, do you have ale?
he wants a drink.
He's like, I think we can provide. Is there just you four?
Yes.
I don't see anybody else.
He's like, I hope not. Please come in. And at this point, kind of people start going back to their homes. The people that kind of just exited, they just seemingly just return back. It was kind of like an overflow of water, which just gets brought back. At this point, you guys can see there's this, the main building, the bigger building seems to be some sort of inn, the one that is made practically of stone. The gentleman kind of directs you like, well, you guys can find lodging and food here, but you guys must head out.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
I want to see just kind of if he's nervous about something or what's going on. A 13.
At 13. I wouldn't necessarily call it hard to tell, but you also haven't been around this person enough to know, health or anything. He does seem like he's welcoming you guys, but also he doesn't want you guys there.
Okay, so he's tolerating us.
Basically.
All right.
Okay.
To the ale house.
To the
Ale house.
Every time,
Off we
every
go.
time Garrus speaks, he just kind of like twitches. He's like, "Ugh."
As they're being carried in, he brings out a little like mouth harp. And he just
Got it. Okay.
he's just playing music as he's going.
Make a performance check.
I got a 16.
It's not that horrible. It's fairly well. Some people kind of just turn around. They're not used to this type of music. It's a little bit too modern for them. But as you guys kind of make it to towards the end, you guys are welcomed by this older lady. It's actually extremely short, I want to say almost halfling size, but seemingly human. She kind of just welcomes you guys. Just very kind of slowly, she kind of grabs at whoever walks in first. She kind of grabs your hand and kind of leads the way to this empty table. Inside is completely empty. There's a bunch of tables. I'd say like a good 5 or 6, and a bunch of stools laid over like all over the place. But it is completely empty. The bartending area has a bunch of different bottles. What you guys would assume to be either wine or different types of ale. But again, like all of them seem mostly full, if not just completely sealed. They kind of just sit you guys down. It's like, what can I get for you guys?
I just look down at Garrus. Is like, you want to go ahead?
The fullest one. The fullest one.
Is it like anything else?
I'll have one as well.
biggest pint of ale you got.
I might keep my head clear, so I'll just take any like nice glass of cup of water if you don't mind.
She kind of looks at us like, I'll bring that in a second. She kind of just leaves.
Another pint for the water.
She kind of like turns around. All right. It takes a couple of minutes. Would you guys like to do anything while she brings the drinks?
Roll perception to see everybody around to see like what the because you said they were kind of giving us like the side eye a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anybody that's like that stands out.
Sure.
10.
10. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It does kind of give you a sense of like, you're being watched, but it might just be because you're in a new area. You've never been here before. You don't even know where this area is placed on the actual map. And this kind of lingering effect of people kind of looking at you different. You guys are at this point would be used to kind of being like the heroes of the town. You guys have, destroyed various monsters. You guys have gone on many adventures. And this is a little bit different. You guys are not treated as the grand heroes. You guys are treated as outsiders who they don't want here. Other than that, nothing happens. The lady kind of brings up a couple of bottles actually, and she just kind of like pushes it in, and she extends her hand.
Take.
Yeah.
I'll take my water.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna start like popping it open and drinking it as I'm like looking around.
Kind of looks at you guys like, anything else?
She just opens up her bottle with her teeth, just
Okay.
Yeah.
was drinking.
I open my bottle as normal, but I take a drink as well.
Garrus, after taking a couple like big gulps, slams it down. What's with the grass outside, and why is your town so weird?
Kind of looks at you like, excuse me?
Garrus.
I mean, I'm a performer, and I've been playing a little music here. Normally, from what I'm used to seeing is some sort of reaction, but nobody seems to be looking at us. In fact, guy over there in the corner seems to be giving us side eye. I don't know him. We've not been here. We're merely traveling. What's going on? Why is your town weird?
I kind of looks at, you're a performer.
Yes.
It's like, I know a town a couple of days travel from here. You should go there.
Now.
Well, what better time than the present? And she
What's
just
that
kind of
one?
begins walking away.
Garrett's just gonna yell out to everybody, I'm deciding to stay the night. And he looks around. I'm gonna do a perception. Can I do another perception check to see what the
Sure.
reaction is?
Go for it.
Great.
Damn it, a 7. He doesn't.
That ale kicked in too quick.
Yeah, real hard. I've not eaten anything all day.
You look around and you do like a full 360, and then you just land on your teammates, and then you realize, wait, this place is still empty.
You should eat something.
You're right. Do you think they have pocket bacon?
I don't know. Do you have that?
Pocket bacon?
Do you guys just have bacon?
Looks
that-
around. We have eggs, and I assume we can get some bacon.
I can make some pocket eggs. That's fine. I'll take eggs. All
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah, me too.
Bacon, if you have it, but I guess eggs, if you don't, eggs are fine.
Either or is fine by me. Since it looks like everyone's jumping on the wagon, might as well.
Okay. And notice it's also like approximately like 2 p.m. So it's not morning by any sort of means. She kind of looks at you guys weird, is like, oh, okay, I guess. She kind of just leaves. And you guys can hear just kind of like some dishes being moved in what you guys can assume to be the kitchen. It takes a little bit of time. At this point, a couple of people start trickling in. They just walk straight into the counter and begin to just wait. They're wearing, you guys can actually see without any perception checks needed, they actually have some, like a couple of daggers on them. Both of them, both of these individuals, they just go sit to the counters. They have like a belt with, I'd say 4 daggers each. Both of them are wearing light armor. And they occasionally kind of like look towards your guys' table. But other than that, that's it.
Narasela keeps an eye on them just in case as she keeps drinking her drink.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd probably just want to like still keep my eye like and like just let them still stay in my purse like peripheral vision, but like just make sure like just keep an eye. But I'll just keep sipping my water, just casually just waiting for our second breakfast.
Second breakfast.
How about third
Right.
breakfast?
That's
Good.
lunch.
That's later, yeah.
I look over to the group. Do you think they're just as weird as the other ones?
A little bit.
Should I find out?
I'll just sit back and watch you do it then.
It's like just don't cause too much of a ruckus, but do what you want.
I personally think maybe we should just leave them be, but your funeral.
Well, it wouldn't be my first funeral.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Garrus takes the bottle and walks over and sits to the table with the how many are there? You said
Just 2.
just 2. He sits over next to him. Are you here? Do you live here? You traveling through? Where are you from?
It kind of looks, both of them just, it's strange. Both of them like in unison just like turn to you. They kind of look at us like, we live here.
What's it like?
It's great.
Really? Tell me what's great about it.
They kind of like get confused by the question. They're not asked this often, I guess. They kind of turn to each other. They take a second to think, and they turn back. It's like, it's a tight-knit community. We know everybody here.
Who are you two?
Like, we're brothers.
And what do you go by? What's your names?
It's kind of like, it's like, you're asking too many questions.
I mean, you're not giving enough answers.
One of them like stands up. It's like, we've answered every question.
Incorrect. You've not answered the last one.
I'm just rubbing my temple. I'm just like, well,
Do you want eggs? Do you want a bottle? Do you want some? Puts the bottle in front of him.
And what was that, Rakab?
Oh, I stand up and I walk over and put a hand on Garrus's shoulder and say, maybe it's time to come back to the table.
Are the eggs ready?
No, but it is taking its sweet time.
God.
Looking at Rakov, seeing the eyes. Ah, okay. I'll walk back. I'll walk back. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Okay.
And I kind of throw a head gesture back in the way of the other table, like, don't mind him. Sorry.
Okay. However, they do take your bottle. They take a bottle and they just start like pouring down. And kind of realize nobody necessarily gave them glasses, but now they have glasses on their hands, and they're pouring the bottle into him. After a couple of minutes of you guys just sitting at your table alone, talking amongst yourselves, the lady comes out with a huge platter of eggs and a couple strips of bacon. And she just kind of like places it on the table. And she just begins walking away. And as she kind of just drifts away, she's just like, if you guys need anything else, let me know.
I go for one of the strips of bacon because I know there were other takers.
I'll just stick to my eggs and slide one into my pocket.
I'll take a bit of both.
Okay.
I'll just take a fistful of eggs and just start eating it.
Okay. All right. So you guys proceed to have breakfast past noon. You guys finish up your food and nothing necessarily comes from it. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
I mean,
Yes.
while we're eating, do we notice anyone else come in, or is it just the two that came in earlier?
It is just the two. After a couple of minutes, after if you guys are finished eating, they just get up and leave.
Okay.
I look to the group. I think we should. This town doesn't have much. Has weird grass. Has weird people. I don't know. Maybe this is just me trying to, poke the bear, but I kind of want to take a look around, see what this place is really about.
Oh,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
yeah. And at the very least, they at least gave us direction to another town nearby. So either way, I don't mind taking a look around and see
As long
what
as it
trouble
doesn't
we
take
get
too
into.
long, I don't think these eggs are going to hold everyone forever.
That's why you put them in your pocket.
Does Lintz give it good seasoning, or what's the
Mine
thought
does.
process going on?
You always have a seasoned pocket.
Honestly, Narasilla wants to compare the taste of his pocket eggs with the eggs in her hand.
Sure. He opens the pocket.
She takes a pinch and pops it in her mouth.
It's
And-
fermented.
It's
I've tasted worse.
See, that's what I tell myself.
Here, I thought you just had salt and pepper in your pocket for seasoning.
No. I used to. Now it's fermented.
Disgusting. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I'll take a walk, take a step outside and just check around. You said when we walked in, was it just this build? There's a couple. You said there was a couple of buildings.
Yeah, there's a couple of buildings. Mostly it's just look like housing.
Okay. Is anyone coming out with me, or am I just going out myself?
I'd go out with you.
Might as well. Make sure you don't get in any more trouble.
Eats the rest of her eggs and follows you.
Just babysitting 101 now. All right. So you
And
guys
it's always
proceed
hard.
to yeah. So you guys proceed to exit this main building without paying because you guys didn't pay.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I would have left like whatever the price was, just right there on
Sure.
the table and walked out.
Sure. So you
I
proceed
gave
to
my
make it-
bottle to the two guys. It's up to them now.
So that's a good one. All right. No, so you guys do proceed to leave a couple coins there, which you guys would assume to be the cost. might be a little bit cheaper here. Who knows? You guys didn't ask. So you guys proceed to leave. And as soon as you guys kind of leave, you guys can hear doors closing. And it's a seemingly empty town.
Hold on.
Doors closing as in like people see us and are shutting their doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That's always a nice thing to see.
Makes you feel welcome.
You think it has anything to do with that weird grass in the front?
Oh,
Maybe it does.
if you want, you can go take a look at it.
Haha! He like jolly like walks over there and like grabs his one of his scimitars and he just kind of like stabs one of the cabbages and picks it up.
It's a cabbage. You stab the cabbage.
Yep. He just takes a bite.
Tastes like normal cabbage.
Yeah.
This is
All
going
right.
to be weird, but Naricel is going to pick a piece of grass and take a bite of it, actually.
Take a bite of it.
Mhm.
Are you looking for anything specific?
No,
Or-
she's actually, maybe she's tasting magic, evil, something.
Make it a nature check.
Okay.
Cal just walked by after it, just went to the bathroom on that piece of grass.
Did by this point does Garrus know that this is cabbage, or does he still think it's just
No.
weird grass?
It's
never seen a-
definitely cabbage.
He's never seen a vegetable in his life.
I don't know. I did roll a 2, so who knows?
17.
17. It just tastes like grass. It's actually a little bit like humid. But other than that, it's just grass.
Okay.
Is the air itself humid?
The air, no.
Okay.
It seems like it's like actually a very dry day. The
Okay.
sun's out. There's like no clouds whatsoever.
She spits it out.
Garrus is going to take one more cabbage and take the one off his sword and put him in his bag and put his scimitar away.
Got it.
Just putting all the food in his pockets.
Yeah, everything.
We're low on rations. I want to make sure we have something. I'm taking care. He points at you guys. Trying to take care of us. There's no food. We had 2 eggs. We only have bacon. I'm just taking what we can get.
Then let's go to the store and get some groceries.
There is no store. Look at the doors. There's nothing here.
I mean, she's staring at the cabbage right there. Maybe we can just throw some coin and take another cabbage.
I mean, that's a
I'm not saying we
community
should.
guard.
I'm not saying we should, but it's an idea.
Yeah, toss the money on the ground and have some other travelers see it, pick it up, and then now we're thieves.
Well,
I mean, there's a possibility.
I guess there's really nothing here. Can I just do? I'll do, I guess, a final Arcana check.
An Arcana check, sure.
14.
14. Nothing necessarily feels magical. I wouldn't assume you have like expertise, like, magical items or anything of the sort. But nothing like in the air seems magical. Nothing seems like unnatural. It is just a very small, boring town in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Well, maybe the lady was right. I guess we just go.
I have an idea. I would like to use a feature for my class called Eyes of the Grave.
Okay. What does that do exactly?
It allows me to know the location of any undead within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet.
Let me see. As long as that isn't protected from divination magic until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So you begin casting that. Could you read the wording again, just to make sure?
Yes, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic until the end of your next turn. And I can use this 3 times.
Okay, given it would be considered total cover, but you do feel a sense of undead underneath. You cannot discern how many, if a large amount or perhaps a little, but there is some undead underneath.
Not dead,
And-
just straight undead.
Yeah, undead.
Hey guys, I'm feeling some undead just underneath us. Don't know how many, but they're not dead, just undead.
Oh, great.
So maybe zombie outbreak every once in a while.
Should we wait till night to see what happens, or just kind of leave the place?
Let's see.
I mean, I'm okay with staying here another night, but that's totally up to you guys too.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but it just looked like I don't know what you'd call him. What the leader of of this town was mentioning how they didn't want us to be staying around.
Right.
Well, they don't control our actions.
They're
That-
not our dads.
True. Didn't also say we couldn't just camp outside of town,
This is
particularly
true.
not in it.
That is true.
True.
I think that's probably the best plan. If we're far enough away, I think we'll be all right.
Alright. I'm down for it. Let's go.
Let's this way we're not causing any friction for the moment.
Okay, so you guys gonna camp out?
Yes.
All right. How far away from the town would you guys like to go?
What do you think? Like an hour?
Or
It's a
somewhere,
bit far, isn't it?
or maybe. Let's see. Are there any like small mounds or hills around that we can see?
There's probably, I mean, around it's kind of basically in a little like dip of land. So there's kind of hills all around. Those will probably guys can get there in probably like 20 minutes. That's initially where you guys saw the town from.
I figure back up there. At least that way we have some elevation to keep a good eye on the town. So in case something happens, we can at least see it.
Good idea.
All right. Are there any like? You said this is all just rolling hills, so it's all like clear. Is there any for any?
Yeah, no, it's just completely empty, just grass.
Got it.
Okay. So you guys just gonna wait till nightfall?
Pretty much.
Sure. So you guys begin to mend your weapons, make sure you adjust your armors, and put up your tents as you guys begin to wait till nightfall. Easily enough, you guys did eat. I'd say you guys spent a good 2, maybe 3 hours if you guys were pushing it, just walking around town, as well as eating and everything. So it's probably closer to 6 in the afternoon right now, or in the evening, sorry. So you guys don't have to wait too long till it starts to get dark. And here, it's completely like pitch black. As soon as like the only like light that you guys can see is the moonlight, and it's very, very faint. There's this kind of like I wouldn't call it mist, but I guess given like the height of the rolling hills and everything, the clouds in itself, they kind of begin to get a little bit lower, and they begin covering a lot of the hills. It's a little bit harder to see. And the light refraction from the moon just kind of reflects the light. It doesn't necessarily let the light go through. It's just very hard to see, and it's just a endless darkness. And the small town in which you guys can see a couple of torches here and there as people kind of walk around or put them outside the doors. But other than that, you guys proceed to wait. You guys have your tents all up and ready. And what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna boil the cabbage that I took.
Boil it?
Yep.
Got it.
Just gonna start making food.
All right.
Throw in your slabs of bacon and eggs.
Throw in my fermented egg, the pocket egg.
All right. So you begin striking a fire to where you can boil your cabbage. You take a couple of minutes in doing so. I'm gonna need everybody else who's not boiling cabbage to make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, son of God.
12.
that was a nat 20 on my part, but 23.
What was Nericella's?
13.
13. All right, so 12, 13, and that's for 20. So for Rakov and Naricella, you guys can actually see that Garrus is actually causing up a lot of smoke. Oddly enough, it's causing a lot of smoke. And the fire is oddly very small. And Jesse, you on the other hand, not necessarily paying attention to all of this, you're going to begin looking towards the town, doing what you said you would. You were going to keep track of the town. You can actually see a lot of those torches get snuffed out. And actually, the remaining few, they kind of get pulled closer to like the outskirts of town. And from where you can see, because of your natural 20, you can see like a couple of lines of people holding, like just the initial line holding torches, but they're just looking in your general direction. You can see like, old people, young people, kids, all of them looking towards you guys.
Okay, so they're just going to see what's causing this. I could probably assume that they're just coming over to see what's causing the smoke.
They're not moving or anything. They're just like looking.
Okay. Well, seeing that, I probably would just turn to the group and just say like, okay, guys, looks like some of them snuffed out their torches, but it looks like some might be staring over at us, considering as I look up and just like see the smoke. It's like, considering it looks like we're making a bit of a smoke signal here. It looks like that brought them some concerns, but they're not moving any closer, but it looks like they're just standing around looking to see what's causing the smoke.
Well, we're out of their town.
Do you want me to put it out? The cabbage is done. I'll eat it anyway.
Then put
Is
it
it
out.
burnt?
Yeah.
I put it out immediately.
Okay. So you put it out.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you guys can see are the embers on the remaining fire. As you guys kind of begin snuffing it out, the smoke kind of begins clearing out. And as you guys I assume you guys look at the town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's completely dark.
Even with those who have night vision?
There's nobody there.
Oh,
Where'd
that's
where'd
much
they
worse.
go so quickly then?
Undead.
That or maybe because they noticed once the smoke went out, they didn't seem any more concerned. They probably just went away.
Garrus is because everything's not only snuffed out, but the people themselves like just disappeared.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. And it was within like probably, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. It wouldn't take that long to snuff out a fire.
Yeah.
But as you guys just kind of like begin settling back again and looking over the town, it's just cleared out.
I'm going to. Garrus is going to grab a torch and light it and just kind of like. And I'm going to walk away with this and just see what happens. Maybe I'm going to walk just east in another direction, just see if they react to something. So let me know what they do. And just takes
heading away from.
Not away. So if we're facing it, just like heading either left or right.
Sure.
I just said like right. So I'm just holding the torch and kind of walking that direction.
You begin to light up a torch. You begin walking in that direction. Nothing necessarily happens. You're just gonna be walking. You walk, I'd say 10, maybe 15 minutes. You're pushing it. Just gonna look around. Nothing. There's no lights. Everything seems to be snuffed out.
Maybe now that they went to bed.
Around what time would it be about this time after we set up the camp, do all that?
I'd say it'd be like maybe 10 at night. So fairly early.
Okay, so it is. I mean, they could have all just went to bed. We just happened to make one last thing happen just before everyone was about to go to bed, but they're very focused on when something happens outside the town very quickly.
Yeah, it's kind of the thought here. What? Garrett starts walking back and puts out the torch.
Sure.
So nothing. As weird as this place is, and there's a bunch of undead on the ground, underground, we just really leave. I don't know. Like I'm up for being in a bigger city with more lively people and having much more attention on myself.
Well, there's that. And for all we know, maybe we can get some more information about this town. Since clearly no one here wants to answer and just keep to themselves.
Looks over to Raka. Raka, you, I feel your lead. What would you like to do?
At this point, I don't know. I say we set off again tomorrow, but I can take first watch.
All right. And if we find any new information, we can always possibly make a way back here just to figure stuff out. Because no need to outweigh our welcome.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you guys gonna proceed to go to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Except
right.
for me.
Who's gonna keep watch? Is it just gonna be one watch?
I'll go first.
I'll take second, or Garrus will take second.
All righty. So for first watch, please roll a perception check.
Yep. Just a 10.
A 10. All right. It's hard to see. It's just very dark. You can see a little bit of smoke coming from different houses. But other than that, nothing necessarily wrong. Nothing eerie about it. It just seems to be, they light up their chimneys or something. There's, however, no light other than the moonlight.
Okay.
But nothing happens during your couple of hours of watch. You proceed to wake up second watch, which will be Garrus.
All right, Garrus, your turn.
Yeah.
Good night.
19.
19. Okay. For you, Garrus, upon a couple of minutes after you got woken up, there's a little bit of a stillness to the air. There's no breeze or anything that was previously there. Given the rolling hills, a lot of wind currents kind of roll through. But there's a stillness to the air. The moon seems to be just kind of still. The clouds don't seem to be moving. And you can hear faint howling, kind of like muffled howling. I wouldn't say close by, but it's also hard to discern the length. It sounds muffled. That can either be, it's close, it can be really far away. In a sense of like wolf howling, but a little bit more guttural.
Okay. Taking a look around, do I notice any, like what is making that sound? Do I see anything at all?
Make another perception check with disadvantage, please.
3.
3. No, you don't.
Okay. He'll just kind of stand up and, kind of have swords at the ready. Just keeping an eye out and making sure everything's ready, and then kind of standing closer to everybody so you can get ready to wake them up if need be.
Okay. A couple of hours pass in complete silence. Your watch is close to ending, and nothing necessarily happens. Okay. And I believe, Jesse, are the last watch, correct?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be it.
Over. Jesse!
Mm.
There was howling and weird stuff. It's your turn.
Awesome.
And as soon as, Garrus, you do notice, as soon as Jesse kind of proceeds to open up his eyes, a little bit of a wind current kind of trickles in. The clouds kind of begin slowly drifting. Things are a little bit better now. But you proceed to wake up Jesse. I don't know what you guys would like to do. If anything, Jesse, you can just make a perception check as well.
Sure.
I'll stay awake with him.
Just a wee bit longer.
Just a wee bit longer.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a 15.
15. Okay. You guys have been traveling in these conditions for almost at this point, I'd say like a good 3 weeks. It is the same as every other night. A little bit darker on this side. It might be the clouds might be the location. But nothing happens during your watch. The sun kind of begins rising, closing the end of it. It's a little bit, I'd say it would be kind of fresh. It would be almost as if you're by the beach. You kind of get this freshness in the air. The air seems kind of humid. It's kind of like taste of salt. And as you guys kind of like look around, the grass seems to have this kind of like mist over it, and everything seems to be a little bit more wet.
Alrighty, so there's the morning dew, I guess. Well,
How's the town looking from where we're at?
At this point, I'd say it's completely normal. Everybody seems to be getting up and early. You can actually see some people getting to what you would assume like their jobs to be. Some people are cutting like firewood. Some people are actually starting to like enact like another house. They just kind of seem to be getting busy. You guys can see kids kind of like running around, playing around with some of the pigs. The shepherd kind of begins to lead the sheep away. What you would assume to just for them to feed. Sorry, it is just a normal town.
Well, it looks like the people seem to be acting normal. So for all we know, they could just be very, very shy and don't like outsiders. So clearly something might have happened, but I'm not sure. I'm only throwing speculations here.
Part of me wants to destroy this town, but part of me also wants to leave.
I think we should probably just leave.
Destroy this town, you're so right.
Yeah, I think we should leave. Narasela says as she dips her hands in her holy water vial and just water.
Stop it! Stop it!
Sure.
No, it burns me.
Make a religion check, please.
Oh, God. Okay. 21.
21. Okay. As you kind of dip your hand into your holy water, it seems a lot warmer than usual. As you kind of like sprinkle it, you proceed to sprinkle it, and as it kind of lands on the ground, this kind of like trickle of white smoke just kind of like begins going up.
She backs up like, whoa.
That's not normal, is it?
No. Definitely not normal.
Let's see.
She tries again. Dips more of her fingers in and just
Sure.
wait for the drop.
All right. Same thing happens. At this point, you can see it's not like boiling holy water or anything, but it's definitely a lot warmer than usual. And the sun hasn't been out for that long. The night just left. But you proceed to sprinkle some more water, and same thing happens. And at this point, you guys kind of begin facing the town, and everything is just still. All of them are looking towards you guys. The kids that were previously playing around and everything. There's like the guy that was like chopping firewood. He literally just like stops, like almost like chopping the wood, and they're all facing you guys.
This is some Stephen King level weirdness.
Oh, now that's a signal that I'm pretty sure all of us can pick up on.
Right.
Like, how the heck would they have known that we were still up here the moment that water hit the ground?
I'm okay. I'm tired of seeing these townspeople stare at us weird. Garrus is gonna like not pull his scimitars up, but just kind of his hands ready and kind of like just walk firmly towards them.
You know, watching that, I think burning this town down does sound like a great idea. I want to experiment on something though.
You're gonna flick water on them, aren't you?
Don't read my mind.
It's not that hard to read.
Secret mission, holy boil.
Okay.
Does anyone have more water? I can bless your water if you want to join me on this mission.
I got my own flask of holy water, so I'm okay.
He's
Do I have any? Hold on. I might.
throw some of that holy water on these.
Oh, I do have holy water.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah,
You
we
guys
got that
came
hunter
prepared.
pack. We got that hunter pack, yeah.
Holy
Okay.
water. Anyone want holy water?
I'm already set.
All set.
Okay.
All set.
I'm good as well.
Good.
All right. So you guys proceed to go towards the town.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And as Garrus is walking forward in a loud voice, he just yells, "What?"
Since people just kind of like start returning to like what we're doing, and oddly enough, the main kind of thing that you guys can all kind of witness is the man that was chopping the wood, who stopped like mid chop, and faced you guys directly. As soon as everybody kind of like starts, the kids start running around again like normal, he was able to cut the wood with the same intensity as the swing. But he was just kind of like halfway through it, and he just finished chopping it. Everybody, it's kind of like as you guys kind of proceed to get closer, the people kind of begin being normal, proceeding to do their menial things, tend to their kids or families. It's almost as if like you guys bring like in this wave of proximity as you guys kind of walk in, everything starts turning normal again.
How far am I from how far are we now from like the woodcutter?
I'd say like a good like 15. It wouldn't have been necessarily too long.
I'm just gonna point and go, "You sleep." I'm gonna cast sleep.
You cast sleep, okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh my
Dang.
God. Okay.
You look tired.
Let me roll these. Let me use Google for this roll.
Oh goodness.
You don't even have a name. You're just woodcutter.
The woodcutter guy.
Oh.
You've been chopping this tree for the last 32 years.
You don't even have a home.
Your
You don't
wife.
even have a name.
4 or 5. Total is 28.
28. Okay, he just
Whoa.
he
Nice.
kind of like lays back a little bit, sits on the stump where he cuts the wood, and he just kind of like falls forward.
That's a living
Garrus.
person reaction.
Garrus is gonna walk over and pick him up. Let's go experiment on this one.
Okay, we're abducting people now. Got it.
Is anyone staring at us while we're
Yeah.
doing this?
Definitely.
Okay.
There's people kind of looking around. It's like, what is happening?
It's fine. We're just taking him back home, and I cover him up
Because I doubt
with my big body.
I'm assuming they saw it, but I doubt anyone heard what Garrus said.
Is anyone coming to us to try to like stop us?
No, they're fucking scared.
Okay.
They're looking at you guys like, oh my God, what did I just do to him? Poor David.
Don't worry. Still tired from yesterday.
You got a little winded. So I mean, we can bring him back.
As they're staring at us, someone can come talk to us, or we're just gonna go take this one. Your choice, town. Your choice.
Forcing their hand.
Bye.
God.
Okay. All right then.
All right. They're just in shock. People are kind of looking at you guys like, what is happening? What are they doing? You guys can see the gentleman that actually welcomed you guys at the beginning. He kind of like proceeds to get out of one of like the bigger homes. He's like, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah. Your town's weird, so we're taking one of you just to see what's about, because you won't tell me.
Oh, it's just like, excuse me?
You were things, man. You were
Phrasing.
things. Phrasing, man.
Phrasing.
Then you say it nicer, because I'm going to burn the town down.
She just swats at him to silence him. We just saw this gentleman was getting a little tired and fall over, so we thought we could just take him home, take him back home, so he's not,
Passed
baking
out
in the
of-
sun out here. I'll make a deception check. That's okay.
Please.
Oh no, I was so close. 5.
5.
Jesus.
Okay.
It was almost a 21.
Kind of looks at you guys like, if you guys have him under a magical effect. Please stop. This is why we don't welcome people like you. We try to stay safe, but something always happens. Please return.
Ooh. Something
What?
always happens. That's interesting.
Then explain this to me. And he, so Garrus pulls out the scimitar with holy water and stabs it into the ground. Does any of the white smoke come out?
Nothing.
So literally, it's just
Wait,
stabbing the dirt.
Wait, hold on.
Are you sure that was the holy water?
Try it.
Hold
It
on,
did it earlier. Try it.
She flicks the water at the ground.
Nothing. In fact, like the holy water is actually as cold as should be. It hasn't been under the sun or anything.
What the
It's-
holy?
Okay. All right. And I'm sorry, sir. What was your name one more time? As I'm talking to the leader.
Killer said, please return him to us and leave.
Sure, but there's something I'd like to ask you.
Kind of looks, yes.
Well, as we followed that part of your rule of saying you didn't want us to stay the night, so we did stay outside, further outside, just the outskirts of town. Pretty sure most of your town folks noticed us. Now, there's a question. As my two companions here were just trying to show you, is there something up with the land here? Because it seems to be that something's up. Now, it's not working at this particular part of the land, but where we were camped, we did dab a bit of holy water on the ground, and white smoke started to appear from the ground. And the moment we did that, some of the town folks here immediately turned towards us, knowing exactly where we were right when the waters hit. So I'm just being honest. Do you need help?
Actually, at this point, a couple of people are just gonna begin coming outside. And he kind of looks as like, I don't know. And before he finishes the sentence, other people, I'd say like a good 3 or 4 other people join in on the same sentence. It's like, we do not know what you're talking about.
Oh, like they all said it in sync?
Yes.
This is child of the corn weirdness here.
And they kind of like look at themselves and they kind of look at you guys a little bit more, like you guys can sense like aggressiveness on their faces.
Right. Well,
Can we flick at them?
I'm actually gonna take a few steps back towards our sleeping man here. I'm gonna dab a little bit of holy water on my hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna dab it right on the forehead of the sleeping man.
Alrighty. And I believe we're going on break.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, and I believe it's I think it's 15 minutes. So
Okay.
we'll be
Yes.
back at 5:15.
5:15.
All right.
Cool. Alrighty. In that case, let me change this up real quick, and we'll see you guys in 15.
Woo!
Bye.
Let's see. Screen. Hello. Welcome back. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
Alright. Hi, welcome back, everybody. The last we left off 15 minutes ago, a bunch of people kind of spoke at once in unison towards you guys. They realized they messed up, and they decided to drop the act. It's a little bit strange what happens next. You guys kind of begin hearing howling in the distance behind you guys. Then the people in front of you guys, most, if not all, that you guys can see, just completely fall, almost dead, as just puppets. They just fall down, completely ragdoll on the floor. As you guys can see a little bit better, a lot of these people have decay on them. Whether it is missing flesh in some parts, the torn up limbs on others, they look like zombies. As you guys kind of see, some of these zombies kind of begin to kind of like merge with the earth itself, kind of proceed to go down. And I'm going to need for you guys to roll initiative
Okay.
Oh, Joe.
as I
Oh,
modify. And let's see.
okay.
Let's see. I can screen share again.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alrighty. And then you guys can choose a token. I added 4 tokens, 2 fighters, a half orc, and this big guy with the shield. So you guys can choose.
I'm not seeing anything on Roll20.
Yeah,
Oh, you
neither
know
do
why?
I.
That's because I didn't change you guys' layers. There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
Just gonna drag us over.
well, nothing. There it
You guys
is.
can- yeah, you guys should be able to see it
Nice.
better. Alrighty. So you guys can choose one of these tokens. And as you guys kind of like get prepared for a fight, as many of these people just kind of collapse down on the ground, and the howling kind of begins getting a little bit more prominent. You guys kind of turn around and begin to see a couple of hellhounds just rush up.
Oh, fun.
Great.
All right.
Puppies!
No, Garrus, no.
But they're not
Bad
that
puppies.
bad.
All right.
They're hellhounds.
Yes, I understand. You individuals, all heaven, hell, good, bad, whatever. Fine.
Hey, I'm all for big dogs, just not
Not this kind.
this
No.
kind. No,
Not the ones from literal hell.
not the ones with little hell. Yeah.
Chihuahuas are okay.
Heck, you can use them as a throwable weapon. Throw
I
them
mean,
swords.
for all the Chihuahua fans, sorry.
We love chihuahuas.
all right. I rolled 19.
19. All
What
right.
did I roll? Oh, 12.
21.
18.
Of course, always the last.
12 for who was 12? Narcella.
I'm Miracela.
Wait, okay, so it was 21, 19, and 18 was Jesse.
Yeah, so Garrus, Rakov, me, and then you.
All right. Before you guys start fighting, if you guys decide to fight, of course, I'm not going to force you guys. Can you guys please roll a perception check, please?
Mhm.
What's that? Because Jesse was putting his hand on the sleeping person.
It's always on that roll. What?
What did anything happen to that body?
It was just
Jesus.
ragdolled.
Oh, just ragdoll. Okay.
It's no longer a
Fly
sleep.
in here.
Okay. It's no longer asleep, it's just dead.
I got a 15.
15, all right. So perception rolls were
19.
Dirty 20.
9.
9. All right. So Jesse and Garrus, you guys can see upon the bodies laying across the floor, you guys actually see the lady that served you guys food, kind of looking at you guys, kind of hiding behind a building, within like just barely eyesight. And it kind of she realizes that she's being watched. as you guys proceed to acknowledge her, and she just kind of like dips into one corner. But the hellhounds kind of proceed to show up. What is it? 20 feet around 20 feet from you guys. The other one around 30 feet.
Where is this lady?
This lady will be like, I'd say like 30 feet going. Oh, I moved somebody.
You're like somewhere off screen there.
Yeah, somewhere like down over here.
Oh, down that way. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So it would be yours. It would be actually you would go first. So you guys can choose tokens. I do not know which is which. I would
Ooh.
assume the half orc would be the half orc.
'Cause 2 of us are half orcs, right?
Oh, 2 of you guys. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a half orc as well.
Yeah,
Alright,
the ladies
so-
are half orcs.
So the big boys
Yeah.
can be the half orcs.
She's 35. So
Actually-
she's just around the. You said she's like 35 feet since she's around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say the green one would be the barbarian. The one with full armor would be the cleric.
Okay.
And then Garrus and Jesse, you guys get to fight for one of these 2 tokens.
I'll take the white
What
haired
race?
looking one on the top.
The white hair. All right.
What race
Yeah,
is
so
yours again?
I'll just. He's a fallen Asimar now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's an Asmar.
It's just an ass.
He's just a fallen ass. He's fallen and he can't get up.
All right. So I just
Don't make
named it
jokes
for
when I'm
the
drinking.
teacher. All right. So Garrus, it would be your turn. Your turn first. What would you like to do?
Shoot. So look at the group. So there's the old woman that was with us. I think she has to do with this because she didn't crumble and she's over there. If I try, because I have the range of 90 feet with sleep, could I try to do it with her, or is she already like gone?
You can try to get her to her. It shouldn't be that much of an issue. She seems rather old and probably not that fast.
I feel like you're lying to me, but I'm gonna try. All right, I will run 15 feet to her direction and then cast sleep on her.
Cast sleep. Got it.
And
All right.
walk over and be like, "Don't you leave me, old woman!" And then I'll cast sleep.
All right. So as you kind of rush up 15 feet towards that direction, you proceed to attempt to cast sleep as she's barely within your sight.
Got a 26.
26 injury.
Yeah.
She's not even going to risk it. She kind of turns to you. She kind of weaves her hand up in the air. And you can see this kind of like small arcane shield kind of pop up, and she just counterspelled you.
Okay.
And she just kind of looks at you, and you can see a sense of like I'm really gonna have to deal with this. You stop your reaction and half of your movement if you wish to take it.
How far? She's like
She'd be like
20 feet. Okay.
20, yeah, like 25.
I'm
maybe
just
at
gonna
most.
smile. I'm just gonna take out my sword, smile at her, and just nod maniacally. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
coming for you later. Yeah, you gave me bad eggs.
All right. Rakab, it would be your turn next. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna dash to the nearest hellhound. And I do get 2 attacks per action. So ideally I'd like to great sword, or great axe, sorry.
Sure.
Is an axe.
I'm just gonna rush you up to the nearest hellhound.
Cool.
So you just rush up. You proceed to take out your great axe and roll to hit.
17 for the first hit. And what have we got? 10 for hit 1.
So the first one does hit. The 17 does hit, and the second one doesn't.
Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry. 10 would have been damage. Second
Wow.
second DC would be 13.
Okay, so that doesn't hit.
Or okay.
All right, so the first one, as you just kind of rush up, you guys can all see. This is like a move that you guys have seen Rakab do like a dozen sometimes. But they proceed to drag the axe on the floor and then just kind of like uppercut it up into the hellhound. And you guys can see the gash that it leaves on the hellhound kind of begins to drop a little bit of ember As it lands on the floor, it just kind of begins getting like puddled water. But you proceed to rush up and attack, and you miss a second attack. You still have your react. Well, you can use your bonus action. Will that be your attack? No.
Wait.
Bonus action.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I guess I can do a frenzy attack. I guess. Oh wait, no, that's when I rage. I mean, hey, why not? Why do I'll just rage now, I guess.
You'll just rage? All right. So you proceed to rage. You guys can all see as Rakat's muscles get a little bit tenser. The posture begins to get a little bit straightened up, and they just look massive. They can take a hit. All right, Jesse, it would be your turn next.
Let's see. Okay. So yeah, I probably would rush straight towards the hound right next to her. I'd probably be right next to it if it's by 30 feet. So let's see if I can click on here.
Yeah, so it'd be 30 feet. Do you want to go here or here?
Yeah. So
There?
I'd go straight right next to it. Yeah.
Like there?
And yeah. And let's see. Starting off, I'd cast my bonus action to summon my echo.
Got it. So you use your bonus action as you kind of begin like zoning in and out of this plane. This remnant kind of begins appearing next to you, and you start your action.
Yep. So I'm gonna spawn my echo actually the down square down below me. So that way it's facing the other hellhound.
Alrighty. And I'm just gonna mark this one real quick as the echo. All right.
Okay. Oh yeah. And just to point out, when you guys see this echo, it is, as terms goes, it is supposed to be an exact replica of what I look like. But you notice that with this spiritual looking figure, it does seem to have a bit of a small bit of changes. You do see that the eyes are glowing a different color than the rest of the image of it. And you just kind of notice like a bit of a weird fog like effect like around its body as it's formed. Now this is mostly because of how the haunting is. It kind of releases its persona like on my echo whenever it comes out, so that way people on the outside can see it. But otherwise, I'm going to attack the same hellhound with my long sword. So let's see if we can get a hit on it. That's a 17.
17 does hit.
Cool.
How much damage?
That is 10.
10 damage. Oh wow, okay. All right.
And then
yeah.
And then my second attack, I'm actually going to let my echo do the hit. It's going to hit the other hellhound.
The other hellhound, alrighty.
So the echo will roll for his attack. That's a 18.
18 does it.
And then for its damage, yeah, that's a 12.
12 damage. All right. Good. All right. So as you guys can all see, Jesse just rush up, proceed to pop this echo out of thin air, swipe against one of the hellhounds, find purchase. As again, one of these gashes kind of begins to bleed out at the hellhound. The hellhound's blood kind of begins kind of forming into this fire. As it lands on the ground, it just kind of begins getting at this point like a puddled mess. The echo proceeds to swipe at the other hellhound without expecting a hellhound, kind of just kind of faces its direction and just gets swiped at the face. Same thing happens, another large gash at its face. Then it's going to be Naricella, your turn next.
Okay. Seeing that my companions have completely spread out.
You're on mute.
And
Let's try that again.
Okay.
My companions have completely spread out. I'm deciding, okay, they're all fighting. I'll just do what I'm good at and cast Bless at 2nd level.
Okay.
So everyone is blessed, and Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll an additional d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And I added for. Actually, does your echo count as an additional creature?
Yeah, it's there. It takes that spot.
Okay, then the bless will go to Rakav, Garrus, the Echo, and Jesse.
Got it. So
And
before.
yeah, before I'm not blessing myself, and I'll end my turn there.
Sure. All right. So I'm just gonna just begin to face the aftermath of this first round. You proceed to cast bless. Everybody gets blessed. You do get a sense, Narcella, of a little bit of a pullback as you kind of proceed to bring your cleric magic into this. You struggle a little bit. Your faith kind of wavers through a little bit, but ultimately the bless goes through, and you kind of realize, okay, everything's fine.
Cool.
Everybody needs to get blessed. It is now the Hellhound's turn. The first Hellhound is going to just try and attack Rakav. Yeah, this is going to try and attack Rakav with an 8. I don't think that's going to hit.
Nah, AC 14.
All right.
Nice.
So as its kind of maw just extends, you can hear some snapping at the jaw. It just lunges forward. You just completely deflect the hit. The other Hellhound is going to play around the attack range and proceed to try and attack Jesse. Not the Echo, but Jesse itself. And it would have advantage because of pack tactics. So that's going to be a 24 or a 24. Okay. So that's going to be, wait, a 24 does hit, right? No, okay. I have to ask. All right, so it's going to be 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage. So that's going to be, wow, okay. So it's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. As its mouth just kind of extends forward, and you can feel its teeth just pierce into your skin, going through the leather armor and everything. And then ultimately, it's going to be an additional 2d6 fire damage, which would be 6 points. So 6 points of fire damage on top of the initial 3 points of piercing damage. And that's as far as they're gonna go this turn. The old lady proceeds to run her full movement and proceed to dash. So it'd be an extra 60 feet away from the initial 20 feet, Garrus. So not that slow of a person.
It's pretty fast for an old lady.
It would be your turn next, Garrus.
Garrus just sees this old lady like dart. Wow. He turns around, sees to the Hellhounds, and starts running towards the Hellhounds to go fight with Rakav. And was she just going straight, or where do I see like where she turns or anything?
Oh no, she's just going straight, like in a straight line.
Okay. I'll use my movement to go towards the Hellhounds and fight and go with and meet with the group, and then as I'm passing by, or as I'm standing there, I'm 20 feet.
20 feet away from, what do you mean?
That's my movement, is 20 feet.
Oh, just 20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna tell to Narcella, like, keep an eye on that old lady. She's fast, and I think she's the problem. Now we gotta help these two. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, that's not gonna do it well. I will just stop there. I'll end my turn there.
In return, got it. All right, Rakav.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and once again attempt 2 great axes. So now remind me what bless is doing for me.
Adds to your attack roll.
Oh, okay.
So whatever you get, you can add a 1d4 to it.
Okay, add 1d4, and with my rage I can add +2. But let's see if anything hits.
Okay.
With okay, so the first great axe, 22 to hit. Think that'll go.
Yeah, that hits.
Second great axe to hit would be 14.
14 barely misses.
Okay. All right. So damage now. We've got. All right. My 8 plus 3 is 11.
All right.
Plus 2 from my rage is 13.
13.
Plus 1d4.
No, it doesn't apply for damage. It's just 2 hit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
2 attack rolls or saving throws.
Got it. So it's going to be a total of 13 slashing damage then, right?
Yes, 13. Yeah.
Got it. All right. So yeah, you proceed to, again, swipe twice, and one of them finds purchase, and yes, you kind of like dig into it. You put your force to add that extra damage, and you just kind of like tear it through. You can see one of the hellhound's legs is just kind of completely torn apart. It's kind of like winces a little bit as it just kind of begins pouring down the timber. Anything else you would like to do for this turn? Bonus action?
No.
No. Alrighty. Then it's going to be Jesse.
Alrighty, seeing what's going on. I'm going to once again attack the one that we've been attacking so far. The one I'm going to swipe at it with my long sword.
Got it.
That is a 19 to hit for the first swing. And then the damage on that is a 10.
10 points of damage, okay.
I'm going to attack again for myself towards the one up top above me. There's a second swing. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that hits, okay.
Damn it. And then that's 13 damage for that one.
13 damage, okay. So you proceed to kill one of the hellhounds.
Nice.
Okay. And then I'm actually gonna use my special feature as the Echo Knight. I'm gonna unleash Incarnation, which since I took the attack action, I can let my Echo do an additional attack.
Nice.
So I'm gonna let my Echo do another attack on the one in front of it. So let's have it make it swing. That is a 17.
That's a 17, that hits.
And then the damage is 9.
9 points of damage, all right. So as you proceed to kill one of the hellhounds, just completely tear it up from one side. As it was fighting Rakov 1 second, you just take that a moment to just slice it apart. It proceeds to fall. Again, its blood kind of begins pooling around, and it looks as clear as water. It looks red when it's leaving its body, and as it hits the ground, it's just water. One of the hellhounds proceeds to die. Your Echo proceeds to attack the second hellhound, finding purchase, but not killing it just yet. Anything else that you would like to do for your turn?
Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna action surge. Why not?
All right.
And yeah, I'm gonna swing at that one again. So
Okay.
first attack, that's an 18.
That hits.
Damage for it will be a 10.
10 points of damage, all right?
And then second attack, that was not gonna hit. That's a 14.
That does not hit.
That doesn't hit.
What about with your bless?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the bless. Because it's, what is it?
D4.
Oh. Why not? I'll just roll it here then. See what? Oh, that would have moved it up to. That would have made it like a 15.
Right.
So it's like great.
15 just hits.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Neat. Hooray. And then that's 11 damage.
11 damage. All right. So this hellhound is actually looking pretty hurt right now too.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my Unleash Incarnation again and have my Echo attack it.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just wailing on these dogs and I feel
know.
bad. Bad dog. Bad dog. That's 23 to hit.
23 hits. All right.
And then That is a 13.
That's
Of
a
damage.
13. All right. So you proceed to kill the second hellhound.
Jesus.
As you guys can just see at this point, you guys don't even think he's aiming. He's just like swiping, and things are just falling all around. At this point, you guys kind of like start like looking away, kind of like a little bit of shame that his technique is just a bunch of wailing about. He finds perks in most of his hits, and ultimately he wins. So there's like a stillness to the air upon like the hellhounds complete falling. The hellhounds proceed to slowly turn into ash as they do. And there's complete quiet to it. Naricella, it would be your turn next. What would you like to do?
Old lady.
All right. Naricella turns towards where the old lady had ran off. How far is she?
She's actually, it would be, let's see, let me actually do the math real quick.
I went 20 feet back, so she's 80 feet from us.
Yeah, because it would be 60 plus the additional 20.
Yeah.
Dang it. I have old person. Okay, so you said she's 80 feet?
80 feet.
80 feet.
I'll try to throw you.
You want to throw the half-orc woman?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to drop Bless,
Okay.
and I'm going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet that way.
30 feet that way, okay.
Okay, so, and I'm
That's
going to
going
cast
to
Hold
be-
Person.
All right. And what is the DC on that?
The DC is 14.
14, okay. Let's see.
See if this old lady can do it.
It's rolled a 15, so it does pass.
So, okay.
Dang it!
This old lady, just whatever.
Someone throw me so I can stop on her.
So you proceed to run your full movement back. You proceed to cast your divine magic again. And you can see the old woman become a little bit stiff, and her eyes kind of like widen as she realizes what's happening. And then you can see just kind of she begins like to roll her shoulders a little bit, and the magic just kind of begins disappearing. You still have your bonus action if you would like to use it.
Oh gosh, I don't have any bonus actions that isn't healing. No, that's all I can do.
I was like, I could use a little healing. I don't know. I took a hit. I was like,
No way.
Okay. So the hellhounds are dead. The old lady is going to actually Rakav is a little bit too far away. But Naricella, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no. Wisdom saving. Ugh.
You got it, I believe.
22.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. As she very calmly begins just walking 15 feet closer, she attempts to cast Hold Person on you.
No.
It does not work. She realizes that. She turns back around and runs the other 15 feet.
Oh, we're gonna be like
So
that, okay?
touching.
At this point, Gareth, it would be your turn next.
Okay.
Throw me.
She's 80 feet through. I'm gonna
Still 80
run
feet,
20.
yes.
I'm gonna run 20 feet towards her direction and use sleep again.
All right. 20 feet it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And roll for it, please.
It is 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. You cast sleep. Nothing seems to happen at the moment.
Well, this old lady's a beast.
He's a beast.
You will be mine, old lady.
Okay. All right. Anything else you would like to do during your turn?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna do it now. No, I'll wait.
No.
I'm done.
Okay.
I was gonna try to walk some more. Pretty much it.
All right. As far as everybody else, well, actually including Garrus as well. I'm gonna need you guys to either make a strength saving throw or a dexterity, your choice.
I'll use.
What?
That would be strength.
I'll use Dex.
And I will have advantage because I'm still raging.
Got it.
I think. Yes.
Sure.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay.
I got a 22.
22.
22.
Okay. 22.
Okay.
And there's Stella, what you roll?
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
please.
it's everybody.
You said strength check or did you do that?
Or dexterity saving throw, yeah. So saving throw, not checks. That bad?
6.
6, okay. As you guys kind of hear a little bit of trembling, you guys all look down. Jesse and Garrus, you guys both use dexterity or
Dexterity, yeah.
I use strength.
strength? Okay, so for Jesse and Rakab, you guys feel something kind of grab at your ankles. Both of you guys just kind of just completely like tear apart, and you guys taking like hands off of your ankles as these kind of zombies begin slowly kind of merging back up.
Oh no.
Both of you guys just completely tear their arms apart as you guys just pull away. Garrus, you instantly hear this and you instinctively jump out of the way. You can just see these two kind of like hands and then proceed to go into arms come up from the ground, but you're out of the way. Naricella, that's not the same for you. You can just feel these things kind of grab at your ankles and begin dragging you down a little bit. You kind of go a little bit past your knees and you are considered restrained.
Oof.
Well, that's fun.
Okay, and that was at the beginning of initiative order. Rakab, it would be your turn next. So far, you can only see these hands kind of trying to come up from the ground. But as you kind of like look around this open field, you can see a couple more fingers kind of begin trickling out of the dirt.
Could I attempt to take my great axe and kind of almost, mow the lawn and just
Sure.
wallop some fingers off?
Sure. You would have disadvantage on those attacks, but you are more than welcome to try.
Okay. I'm gonna. All right. So first swing is a dirty 20,
Dirty 20, okay.
and second swing would be just a 12. So
Just a 12, okay.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's just roll one swing first.
Okay.
Let's
So-
say that first swing with disadvantage then was 12.
Okay. That would still hit because
Okay.
they are zombies. Their AC is really low. But as you kind of like just grab your great axe and you just kind of like skim it on the top,
Yeah.
you can actually see almost perfect timing. Just roll for damage, actually.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Wrong button. That would be 12 plus 2, 14.
Got it. So 14 points of damage. As like I mentioned before, it almost is perfect timing as you kind of just begin to skim, like probably like almost as close to the dirt as you can, just to make sure like you don't dig in too much. A couple zombies just kind of like spring out, and you just cleave them in half.
Bye.
And your second swing, go for it.
All right, second swing with disadvantage. Here we go. All right.
I'm free.
13 and 24, so 13.
13, sure. Same thing happens as soon as you kind of like just wind up once.
Right back.
And then just back again for another set of zombies that kind of like slowly come up. At this point, a little bit more cautious. You can just see some of like heads kind of pop up, and those heads are just cut in half. And you can just see the zombies just kind of go limp.
Nice.
And you can hear the old lady just kind of begin to like yell, almost to wailing as in crying. But as that happens, you still have your movement and bonus action if you wish to use it.
I'll frenzy attack and make one more bonus action.
Okay.
All right, disadvantage again?
Yeah, it would be disadvantage.
All right.
Actually, a frenzy gives you advantage, doesn't it?
No.
Or am I thinking of
No, it
something?
just
That's
says
reckless. Never
you can make a single melee weapon attack
Sure.
as a bonus on each of your turns.
Sure. So it would
So-
be just disadvantage.
For hit with disadvantage, disadvantage is 8.
8. Okay. So
To
this
hit.
time as you try and wind up for a third time, you kind of dig in your axe a little bit into the dirt, and it just kind of like flips in your hand. and just kind of like fumbles through. But you still have your movement if you wish to use it.
I'm gonna get a little bit closer to Garrus, like 20 feet, I guess.
20 feet? Sure.
Yeah, 20 is fine.
All right, so you kind of just rush through as you kind of just mowed the lawn. In that case, it would be Jesse, your turn next.
Okay, so me and my echo would just run back because I'm pretty sure we can see a certain someone is being pulled underground.
Okay.
So I would
There's-
just, me and my echo would use our 30 feet to go towards you guys.
Naracella's over here like, this is fine.
An occupational hazard. All right. So you use your full movement. Anything else? Bonus action? Action?
Since unfortunately there's no, well, how far is the lady again?
From you, I'd say like 100 feet.
I do have a light crossbow.
Maybe like 95.
Come
Actually.
and crossbow her.
Me and my echo could do it because it has whatever I had. So I mean, I'll take a pot shot at the lady.
Sure.
All right, let's shoot the crossbow. That's a 16.
That's 16. That would hit actually.
Oh yay! And the damage is a 9.
9 points of damage. All right. So from range, you proceed to shoot your crossbow. You can see this lady as she just finished casting something. You just hit her in the arm, and her arm just goes limp.
All right, gonna shoot at her again,
Okay.
and that's a dirty 20.
30, 20. Okay, that would hit.
Nice.
And the damage is 8.
8 points of damage. All right. Same thing, same arm. You're just gonna keep shooting at that arm. You can see 2 bolts sticking out of it now. And you can see she's in pain. Actually, that would be. She begins falling asleep.
She's falling asleep due to blood loss.
Yes.
She's getting woozy.
Okay, yeah. So she proceeds to visibly get a little bit woozy, and proceed to fall asleep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I did my turn there.
All right. Given the fact that there are still zombies around, you guys would still be initiative. But other than that, once you guys clear out the zombies, the lady will be asleep unless she is hurt or anything of the sort. But Naricella, it would be your turn next.
Okay, Naricella, being super annoyed that she's been dragged into the dirt, takes her holy symbol and uses her channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay.
And she basically screams, "Back off, you ugly abominations!" And all the undead must make it. Each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Let me roll a couple die.
They just hear it in the ground.
I mean, it's still hearing. It didn't say it has to be a clear message.
Let's see. What is the DC?
The DC is 14.
14. All right. So one of them passes.
One of them passes. Okay.
One of them passes. You proceed to feel your legs be released.
Okay.
There's one single zombie that kind of like pops up, like let's say like a good 50 feet behind all of you guys, like
Okay.
around this area.
All right.
But there are zombies. Zombies are no more.
Okay. Okay.
would
So
be-
all the ones that failed must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as possible.
Got it. So 60 feet down to the earth.
Dig
You
more.
reek of life. You reek of life. We hate you.
And she'll try and get herself out of the ground.
Got
You said
it.
it's to her knees, right?
Yeah, easily enough. You don't have to contest or anything. You just proceed to get out of this tiny hole that they dug for you. The single zombie far behind you guys is just gonna rush up to whoever's closest, which will be Rakab, and is just gonna try and swipe at you with a 15 to hit.
Yeah, it's 14 to hit, so that'll hit.
All right, so that is going to be a grand total of 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it just swings at you and swings at you really hard,
Oof.
which it would not be reduced since you haven't been raging, right?
Okay. I mean, if we're past the minute, then yeah, then I would no longer be raging.
Oh no, if you were raging, then it would be reduced. It would be,
Oh, okay.
so it would be 4 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh,
instead.
sorry, my bad. Okay.
Doesn't he
Alright.
also get renewed when she gets hit?
Yeah, every time she actually fights,
Yeah.
which would
Okay.
be every turn so far.
Okay.
All right, it's up to a minute though, but which will be 10 rounds. We have not hit 10 rounds.
Right.
All right, so you guys proceed to clear out the zombies. At this point, you guys are out of initiative order,
Okay.
and the only one still in the realm of the living would be the old lady
Who's passed out?
who just passed. Yeah, who was passed out.
Garrus is bolting or looking around. Is everyone okay? Is we done here so I can stab this woman?
I already beat you to it.
No. Looking over. Go ahead.
I'm fine. We should probably just see if we can get some answers from her, though, before you stab her. We can stab her later. Let's talk to her first.
I mean, we can stab her
Said I-
legs.
Rakov said I could stab him. I'm
Later.
stabbing.
Later.
Stab her legs.
God.
Yeah. Garrus runs over to the old woman and
I have
uses
rope.
I was gonna say grabs rope to tie a knot and hold her in place.
All right.
And I'll do my best to remove the 2 crossbow bolts out of her freaking arm.
Got it. So you proceed to just dig him out. She just kind of proceeds to be bleeding it from there a little bit, but as Garrus proceeds to tie her up, the pressure from it seems to be helping a little bit. But you guys have this old woman tied up. She looks old and tired, wrinkly all over. Her hair is kind of like matted down. Her hair is kind of like frizzy too. You guys have all seen her before. You guys, she served you guys food. She seems very well mannered as far as customer service goes. But other than that, you guys have her roped up and still asleep.
Garrus starts getting his hands ready like this, slap her real hard.
I'd like to just do a perception check, just to check around. Is there anyone else around that's like her, that wasn't affected by this? Just by just looking around, just to see if I see anyone else.
Make a perception check.
That's an 18.
That's an 18. No, it's a completely silent town.
Just in case, I want to use Eyes of the Grave again
Okay.
to sense if there's any more undead underneath us or nearby within 60 feet of me.
With the 6, I would say no.
No. Okay.
Well, other than the bodies
Once
laying
he's
around,
spooked away.
but yeah. But other than that, nothing.
Okay, we're clear.
As Garrus starts getting his hands ready, he looks up to the group. I would step back about 11 feet, more than 10 feet. If she's going to try anything, I'm going to do something that's just going to put a lot of fear into her, and I don't want to scare you guys.
I take a step back.
You do
Yes, I'll
that.
take a step back.
I'm gonna let you 3 do that. I'm actually gonna go and start trying to gather some of the bodies together, and I'm gonna burn them.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna stink.
I'd rather have them be burnt than come back and kill us later.
Good point.
All right.
And
Yeah.
he just swings and hang back and just right in the face.
Right.
Thunderclap her face.
Thunderclap. All right.
Wow.
What is your strength modifier? Just to see how much damage it would do.
It's a +1.
It's a +1, so it would be, I think it's 2 points of damage.
Mhm.
So as you just whack her across the face, you wake her up. She just kind of realizes what just happened, and she looks at you.
What
and
are
she
you?
looks at everybody. It looks around. You can see she kind of begins tearing up. And she says, so this is it.
This is what?
Kind of looks up. The end.
Of?
Kind of looks at it like, what do you mean? Aren't you gonna kill me?
I don't know who you are. I want to. But I'm under strict order not to. And I slowly go down to her ear. Till later.
Make an intimidation check.
16.
16. Okay. She just begins tearing up even more. She's just crying.
Smooth, dude.
Your tears only make me more powerful, woman.
Okay.
Wow.
What are you and why are you doing it? Why are there so many undead? Did you summon the hellhounds? And who are you?
She between cries here and there, gasps for air as she's just constantly crying. She tells you I told you guys to stay away. I told you.
Okay,
That
but
explains nothing.
That doesn't answer my questions.
right. Is this your fault? Do you need help? What is going on?
She's just just pouring out. It's it was adventurers like you who destroyed this town. It's not my fault.
Well, it's not our fault that you have undead under your town. So, what do you have to say for yourself?
She just says, they were my friends, my family.
Dropping the
So
torch.
you
What'd you say?
I just smell burning corpse outside.
So you use dark magic to bring them back?
She's like, yes.
So why attack us?
Kind of looks, I knew you wouldn't understand. Look at what you've done.
We've made
No, go ahead.
okay. We've made it very clear that we were pretty friendly. You just immediately went, get out at us. And we asked questions like, how come your place is kind of weird? And I'm assuming you basically were mouthing your thoughts with your corpse puppet things. We just want to know. We were curious. You could have said, this place is cursed or something.
Right, and then we would have left. Pretty simple.
Instead of being like, get out.
Kind of looks at us like, that never works. I've done it multiple times upon generations and generations.
Clearly you do it wrong. And now you're in this position. So you have an option of telling us what's really going on, and then we listen to your story, which clearly we're willing to for now.
For now.
Or that's it. I mean, I guess we do just kill you. But I can't yet. So you tell me, who are you?
She kind of looks around. She just looks at you in the eyes. Just kill me.
Listen here, just kill me. I don't have time for this.
I grab her and I kind of shake her a little bit and I say, if you tell us, then we'll do what you ask.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With disadvantage because Garrus keeps threatening to kill her.
Okay.
That's true.
With disadvantage kills me every time. 7.
7. Okay. No, she does not care.
Okay, how about this? How about we give your friends and family a proper burial, like maybe a proper funeral even. And once we do that, we will leave. And maybe you could leave the town too, because you're the only person here that's lonely and it sucks, honestly.
Make a persuasion check. Same thing with disadvantage.
Dang it, Garrus.
Garrus at this
You
point
could.
just sharpening swords.
I mean,
Good.
I could. I'll stop. I'll stop threatening if she answers.
16.
16. She kind of looks just like, they don't need a burial. They need to be alive.
I don't think that's
Okay,
how
okay.
this works.
You just smell burning corpse outside.
It's like, yeah, it's like I'm burning the corpses. No one's told me anything. Like I'm piling them up, giving them at least a proper flame burial. I'm cremating them. That's what I'm doing.
Cremating them, yeah.
I think, well, I don't think necromancing them is not the answer. You could go to another town, find a better cleric, honestly, that knows other spells besides revivified, like the big stuff.
Big stuff.
I can't do the big stuff yet.
He kind of looks at you guys like, no, this is the end.
Go ahead.
Make an insight check.
Okay. 11.
Okay, the rest of you guys could also make an insight check since you guys have been talking and being in the same vicinity, with the exception of Jesse. Jesse, you're just minding your business.
Gummit.
Throwing corpses
I'm
into the fire.
just making sure these all get the proper cremation they all deserve.
Smoke signals. Smoke starts bellowing outside behind one of the buildings.
So that's going to be a 2.
Yeah, 2 for me.
7.
Okay, 7. And lastly, what you roll, Garrus?
11.
11. Okay. Still something seems to be a little bit off. Not something a little bit is out of the ordinary. But other than that, it's just odd. She seems to be kind of like done with the situation here. But that's as far as you can gather from what she's told you guys. And what you guys can assume is adventurers came to this town, they burned it to the ground like you guys once said you guys were going to do. And that's what happened. And now the consequences of it are here. But as she's just kind of like, mumbling to herself within, she's just not able to cast any magic as her hands are tied. But she just kind of like seems to be mumbling in a language. Does any of you speak Infernal?
I do.
I
You
do. I'm not over there yet. I know.
Sure. Okay, so
I do, but
Rakab,
I'm
you
over
can
there.
actually understand what she's mumbling about.
Okay.
She's definitely talking to somebody.
Okay.
Within the lines of like just let them go, like just let me go, like you'll be fine, like just end it.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. I ask her who she's talking to.
And she just kind of like looks up. At this point, like you can sense, a moment ago she was like broken down and just crying her eyes out. As soon as you kind of she realizes that you can understand her.
Mhm.
You can see like this kind of like I wouldn't call it necessarily strength, but she looks at you with like intent. And I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All of us
Oh,
or one of us.
it's a 3.
Oh
It's
no.
a 3. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I was.
Oof.
Well, I don't know if. Never mind. I don't know if this be too late because I was gonna try to pull her aside and cast my necrotic shroud to frighten her. But if this is already going on, then that would be.
You can do so as well. Narcella, anything that you would like to do as well?
I have an idea, actually. I want to cast Zone of Truth.
Son of Truth. Okay. So as you proceed to, would you like to cast it?
I like to cast it.
Got it. Okay, so you begin casting Son of Truth. Garrus, you proceed to grab at the lady and cast Necrotic Shroud.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drag her with me about like 10 feet away from everybody. Or yeah, like 15 feet. And then I'm gonna like look her dead in the eyes and with Necrotic Shroud for Fallen Asmore, what is that like they take their full form, which is like very devilish, like skeleton wings come out with the purple aura and like dark
Yeah.
hair and start flying out.
It's cool.
And she has to make a charisma saving throw of 14 or she's frightened.
That should help.
Okay.
Totally.
Did you put your zone
Uh,
of truth right on them when you walk away?
That is she's gonna fail
Well,
the pass.
I'm going to look at her and be like, you tell us who you're talking to, or instead of dying, you're stuck with me until I decide you die. So who is it you're talking to?
As far as you, Rakab,
Yes.
you can actually see as your vision kind of gets a little bit blurred just for a moment. As this is all happening, you can hear, it's almost as if like in echoes. You can hear Naricella begin to cast Stone of Truth. You can feel this presence over. You can see Garrus take on this like kind of like spectral necrotic form as he kind of jostles the lady around. But as you kind of see all of this, kind of like in slow motion, you can actually see a form behind the old lady. And as you kind of look at the old lady's height, you're looking at kind of like lower torso. And as you kind of like begin looking up, you see this tall a bone devil just like standing behind her.
The for necrotic shroud, it says everything within 10 feet have to do the charisma saving throw. Would he fall for it? Would that work for them?
You would.
Okay.
And that's a natural 20.
Oh,
I'm bringing the big guns.
damn.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Okay, and you can see kind of like in auras, you can see Rakab, all of this happening, a cleric-based aura of Stone of Truth, Garrus's own specific aura of fear, and this bone devil, an even bigger red aura just within this vicinity.
Does everyone else notice this? Notice this bone
No.
devil? No. Okay.
It's just her, right? Because she
Yeah.
understood.
Jesse, would you like to come back to the group now?
I probably would have seen it. Sure. I'll leave my echo to keep throwing the bodies.
Okay.
Just
I'll
sees
come back around.
bunch of white light and dark light just like pushing each other.
I was like, the hell did I miss in the last few moments?
Zone of truth, baby.
And Garrus, the lady is just like at this point like completely like shaken. She's like trembling at this point. She's like, no, he'll hurt you.
Well, I'll kill you. I'll hurt you more. So tell me, who is your master?
He's right behind her, Garrus.
Can I look up and see him now, or?
At this point, yeah. At this point, I'd say you guys can all see this bone devil just kind of like hovering behind. He kind of like grabs at the shoulder of the old lady, and you guys can just hear kind of snapping as she kind of begins just pushing down.
And
Jesse, you walk in.
the bone devil's pushing down on the old lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Garrus looks up and like puts his hand on the other shoulder. Oh, is that what we're doing? It starts crushing the shoulder as well.
God.
God.
Don't mess with me, devil.
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
God.
Oh boy.
Nice. I got a 25.
A 25.
All right.
All right. He kind of looks at you and kind of stops breaking this woman as he kind of just like looks at you. And would you like to leave here alive?
Would you?
Kind of looks like I would very much like so, yes.
Then tell us who you are. We
I
came
like-
for information. We came to talk to this woman. Something's here. You're here. I have my somewhat of an answer, but I want more.
Make a persuasion check
Goodness
with
gracious.
advantage.
Oh, go.
With
Yeah,
advantage?
see-
or-
With advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, and seeing this bone devil, yeah, I'm gonna have my echo come back. Come back and join me on this.
Persuasion, a natural 20 plus 3, so 23.
All right, so 23, natural 20. He kind of looks at you guys. He kind of like grabs one of like are you guys outside or you guys inside of a building?
I thought we were
I'm
inside.
pretty
I thought we were
Outside,
outside. I thought we were outside.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So you guys
Oh.
can see he kind of goes to a nearby building and he just like breaks through the wall and he just takes out this table. He puts it like very kind of like very formally. He like just breaks down this wall, proceeds to take out some chairs and tables, and he says, "Please take a seat."
Good. I keep the old woman still close to me.
Okay. The old lady is like on the brink of death. She's in incredible pain, and she's just kind of barely alive.
Okay.
Like, end me already, you bastards.
Right.
I'll, the form really only lasts like a minute, but I'm just gonna have Garrus like slowly take his normal, like just kind of like almost like a human looking form with his dark hair and like
Got it.
sun-touched skin,
Got
and
it.
then sit almost like professionally.
Okay. And kind of looks at you guys as like, so what can I do for you, really?
Who are you?
It's like, well, as you can see, I'm a devil.
Sure.
Why are you here?
That's
Looks, I am protecting an infernal gate underneath this town.
look over to Rukov. What's that?
Well, basically, it's a portal to a place with more demons.
And devils.
And devils.
That's usually not a good thing for our realm here.
It's a bad place.
Yeah.
Okay, so question, like who are you protecting the gate from?
Kind of looks around, kind of like sways his hand around. Adventurers, like yourselves.
To be honest, didn't even know there was even a gate here.
Kind of
Right.
looks around. It's like twist. It's like, well, see, not a lot of people do, but those that do are a little bit more threatening.
Like the sound of that. And Garrus just twiddles his thumbs, like and smiling, and just smiles. Are you protecting people? Are you stopping people from? Are you stopping this realm from going in there, or that realm from coming here?
I'm preventing this realm to get rid of the portal.
And
I'm just rubbing my temple. This one's like, he's just the guardian of this gate. He doesn't want anyone to mess things up because obviously something with them has a plan to possibly open this gate, let more demons into this realm to fuck more shit up.
so we can destroy the gate. There's no gate. There's no demons. There's no near fear of future entering of other realms coming in, or we leave it.
And leave it to somebody else to deal with it.
I mean, we'll probably deal with it later, but Rukov, this is your area of expertise. You and Jesse seem to have a better handle and idea about these things. So, but how should we proceed here?
I look at the bone demon and I say, "Let me confer with my associates for a moment."
Yeah, let's not say things in front of the bone demon. Devil, sorry.
Anyway, so I kind of just pull them aside and huddle up, and it's just like, I don't want to, but we have to do something about this.
We need to get this gate down. It's just going to be more trouble for this realm and everyone else around.
Now that we know where we're, but we also need to know the exact location of it. We gotta get him to talk. Without being
As-
suspicious, obviously.
Garrus puts up his hand and tries to cast magic. I would also prefer if maybe we have a good long rest beforehand, if it's possible. Maybe the bone devil can be, maybe we can just wait. Maybe.
You think he'd let us go after now knowing the truth that there's a gate here?
He does seem to have some sort of tie to this lady. And Garrus grabs her and just like throws her in the center of the huddle. She's important to this. So he didn't kill her, and he could have.
I mean, he was willing to break her just a moment ago.
Sure, but why not kill her at that moment?
She thinks about it and can't find a conclusion.
So maybe we have a bargaining chip.
Ooh,
So if we leave the woman with him, then we get to go free and then sneak back.
Maybe we just tell him we need time to decide what to do. Who knows? I'm not.
Well, it's not like if he's protecting this gate, it's not like, unless he tries to prevent us from leaving, I don't think he can go too far from where the gate is resting. So at the very least, we can at least be outside his boundaries if we choose to leave.
True. Maybe we could literally just walk now and come back. He has to stay here, like Jesse says. He has to stay here.
If he's defending this gate, we're gonna need to find some way of finding this gate. And I don't know about any of you three, but do any of you guys know how to officially destroy a gate like that? I'm
No.
aware of them, but I'm not aware of how to get rid of them.
would Naricella have an idea, like a theory of how to do that?
I was going to say, would Garrus too as an Asimar?
You guys can both make a religion check.
All right. Ah, son of a brick. 8.
8.
17.
17. Okay. Naricella, you haven't necessarily dealt with infernal gates per se. Mostly, I would assume undead and the occasional, imp. But Bone Devil's a little bit above your pay grade at the moment.
I get paid.
Yeah, for
You get
adventuring,
paid.
yeah.
You get paid to live.
That sucks.
Garrus, you on the other hand, you actually have seen, not necessarily an Inferno Gate, but seen inscriptions that usually go on Inferno Gates. You have never understood a word of it, given that it's an Inferno, but you can assume as many other arcane gates, if you are to remove the sigils. It's a cute cat. Oh, sorry.
I know. I can't.
Devil!
It's where he
Yeah.
wants to be.
You can remove the sigils to close the gate.
Garrus goes down. I think I know how to do this. Now, I've seen these gates before, and there's sigils that I can't read. But Jesse and Rakov, you seem to understand this language. I think if we destroy the sigils on this gate, wherever it is, the gate's gone. And that's it. We may be able to get away without even having to fight. And
Well,
if we
then.
have to, then,
While
we
while
get
they're
there when we
talking,
get there.
while they're talking, I want to examine the old lady. Does she have, besides really bad injuries, does she have any markings on her?
None that you can tell now.
Okay. There goes my idea.
Let's see. So overall, it's just based off what we do now. We are aware of the gate. We are aware of the gate. We are aware of this bone devil. We are aware that this bone devil is protecting this gate from us to disrupting this gate. For whatever plans they have, they don't want this gate to be destroyed. Now, it's just whether or not should we head out, fake that we're leaving, to rest up and then come back, or do we attempt to try to take him down now and get to the gate? Because as soon as he sees that we're trying to go for the gate, he will interfere. No way around to talk about that out. So, and that's even if he even allows us to walk away. Of the fact that he knows that we now know that there's a gate here and that everyone here is dead, so the cover is blown.
Well, do we go for it? Do we get him?
Naricella, do you know if bone devils make deals and can grant some form of wish, some form of payment.
I should make a
That is-
religion check, shouldn't I?
Do you want to make a deal with the devil?
Maybe. Maybe we can get something out of it and then kill him anyway.
22.
Might as well.
And two.
22.
Yeah, I mean, the main goal of a devil is to collect souls for the nine hells. Even the littlest of imps, the pit fiends, they like to strike deals. If anything, that is the one thing they want to do. Like, if they make a deal with a person, they are for sure their soul in essence are going to the nine hells. If they kill you, that might not be the case. So for them, it's better to get a deal.
What if we try to kill them after making the deal?
The deal, because we roll the deal, you would understand it is not on him. It is on the lords of the specific
Okay.
plane they are from. So like the deal still exists whether you kill them or not, unless they're a very high level, devil. Then yes, the deal would pertain to them. Otherwise, it is owned now by another person.
Okay, then I'll tell them, yes, we can make a deal with them. Usually they're going to ask us to kill someone, but do know that once we make that deal, our soul, our inner being is going down there. Guaranteed.
Garrus
I
rolls
very
his
much
eyes.
not like that.
I think I've lost my soul quite a bit a while ago. I'm not too worried about that. But
And you're a bad person to make a deal with.
but I'm the best person to make a deal with right now. And he kind of fiddles through his pockets and he pulls out this little vial of
What is that?
glowing,
Is that your
glowing,
It's egg.
glowing.
Is that your soul in a vial? What is that?
Not mine, my brother's. An angelic soul in a vial. Yes,
Did we know
Okay.
that he had this on this person?
but I do have it on my.
I wouldn't assume so. That sounds like kind of personal.
That is something he cares. So it is something on his character sheet that's there. So you guys have seen his full thing. So he'll kind of go more into it. There's a reason why it became a fallen Asimai. This is part of it. Now.
Did you kill your brother?
Kill is such a loose word here.
Does your brother want to make the deal?
Doesn't
I
matter
don't
what
think
my
it really-
brother wants.
What, you're thinking of offering your brother's soul for something?
If we're in fear of fighting, we don't have to. I can say angelic essence, destroy the gate. My brother gets more tormented. The gate's gone. Win-win.
As if the devil even wants to do that, considering that's his job. And I don't think whoever he might be under will be very pleased with the fact that his underling just gave up a gate for just a little bit of an essence.
Oh, this might
An
be a small
angelic
vial.
An angelic essence, which is pretty fucked, by the way.
Thank you. I thought so too.
That wasn't a compliment, man.
But if it saves us from what I would assume is fairly certain death and deals with the gate.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you can get the gate, if that's the best case scenario, is to get rid of the gate, awesome. If not, it can have at the very least hopefully get us out of the way to go get more prepared to come back.
Okay.
At this point, you guys kind of realize that he's actually getting a little bit impatient. You guys can hear kind of like the tapping of one of his claws just on the table. And it's just kind of like a dagger sticking into the table, just dong, dong, dong. It kind of looks like, are you guys done?
Garrus turns around, dragging the woman with him. How about a deal?
He's like, listening.
He gently puts down the angelic essence. I'm sure you can sense what this is. This for the gate.
Kind of looks at you, Garrus, twists his head, looks at the rest of you guys like, so how can I ensure that you guys leave this place and never come back?
The gate's gone.
Exactly. If you keep to your word and close the gate, this is yours.
Basically, the soul of an angelic being for the destruction of this gate.
Looks around, he kind of like straightens up a little bit. He is a lot taller than what he seemed. He's always kind of been slouched. He's like, look, I can't close the gate.
But
So
There
what
are
if
there
there's-
are other gates. What's so special about this one?
Ooh.
it's in the middle of nowhere. Who's going to stop us here?
Well,
Okay.
obviously, people have tried, and we've got a pretty good offer on the table. So why not close this one and focus on one where you could do a little more damage then?
Besides, you might just get a promotion for having this little guy in your possession.
He kind of looks around and is like, look, I gave this old witch her friends and family back for her to keep quiet. What can I do for you?
Make sure that you torment this soul as much as devilly possible. And make sure this gate stays closed.
He again just kind of looks around like, I can't close the gate. It's not within my expertise.
I might have an idea how to, so maybe allow us to do it.
It's like, and what exactly do I get from it?
You get the soul.
The angelic essence.
You also won't get killed. You can go home with a little angelic essence. And you don't have to come back to this, not literal hellhole, but let's be real, the mortal planes suck.
And if you want, you can take the witch, considering she no longer has a purpose here anymore.
Maybe on that one. I like having this.
She was willing to die.
So pretty much, lead us to the gate. We gave you the soul. We gave you the witch. You can go through the gate, and we'll close the gate on our part over here. You live. You get 2 neat prizes, and we just close this gate while another one probably opens up somewhere else. But either way, I mean, you guys are nearly immortal. You guys can just open a gate whenever you guys can here. We're only here for just that blip of existence, but we'd like that blip of existence to be a bit more peaceful before we get kicked the bucket.
Who wants to make a persuasion check? Sorry, only one person.
I'll take it since I've been pushing it the most. Well, who's
Oh.
this the highest? Because I got +3.
I have
Uh,
0.
persuasion-
I have 0.
+1
Two.
now.
2.
Okay, yeah, I'll
No.
do it.
Does he get advantage since we're all chipping
No.
in? No. Okay.
I'm trying
Come
to
on.
sweeten the deal. Because he said
13.
he wanted to live.
What
What?
was it?
13.
13. Okay. He kind of like leans a little bit forward. You guys can see it. It's kind of like scorpion tail, like just hovering like right above his head. It's like, look, you guys can't take me on. It's like that's just a fact. It's like, so now you guys can either leave here with an assortment of things that I can get for you guys and never come back, or you guys can be same part of that Inferno Gate. It is your
Question.
choice.
Question for funsies. And like Naracella's just like, oh god, this is such a stupid idea. Fuck me. How valuable is the soul of a cleric?
It's like fairly valuable. Why is that?
She just points herself just
You know what? I'll just because you're saying that, I'll actually grab her on the shoulder. Just like, don't. It's probably not going to be a chip compared to what we're already offering. Okay, we'll leave.
Clerics are
We'll leave for now.
holy.
Yeah, but your brother's essence is a lot more than probably her
My-
soul is.
Not according to this guy.
But for now, he's right at this point. We, at this particular moment, cannot take him on, even if we wanted to. He'd probably slaughter us and add us to the Inferno Gate. I suggest we just give him the witch. Her end of the deal is now null because as I turn around and look at the smoking pile of bodies, it's like her wish is now been nulled. So I suggest we just give him the witch's body. Her cover is already blown, so there's no way he can keep quiet about this now.
How's the woman okay with this?
She's probably knocked out from blood loss and
She's
pain.
like dying.
And then from the looks of it looks like she's already about to kick the bucket as it is. So there's already a soul for her.
She can't spare the dying. It's like,
Either
right.
way. So either way, I suggest we just give him the body, give him the witch. We'll take our leave and let you go on with your business because we like to live a little bit longer and make our own way through. After all, we were just passing through anyway. So I suggest we just leave then. Let him do his business because it's not like we can do anything about it. That fact, he's correct.
True. We could still get something out of it because we know about this stuff and we can stay quiet.
What, you're trying to ask for a bargaining of knowledge for quiet?
No, I'm asking that whatever this stuff is able to give us, I'm asking for to stay quiet. There are far more powerful people than us who will easily come here to close an infernal gate at a moment's notice. So
Ken over here is like, so what can how can I make sure that you guys leave and never come back?
how? What can you give us?
What would you want?
Garrett's like pretend like
You kind of
beard
like
that he
puts
has.
off as like, all of you, please let me know.
Garrus is like, I've always said what I wanted, but I've never been past what I want.
If you don't mind me, I'm already having to deal with enough devilish charms. As I nod at my echo, as you can see its form. And I don't really need to deal with any more if it's all courtesy to you. So I'm fine just offering up the witch for my passage through.
She kind of looks at like, oh, you can throw her away. I really have no use for her. But really, what would you want, Mr. Echo?
The echo is just like kind of just like looking and it's just twitching. and it will move. It will look and point at me.
It wants you.
It wants to stay. It wants to stay and just basically torment me. Because the thing has been with me since I was a child. And it's just been watching. I don't want to say watching over me, as it's just been observing me and just messing with me for most of my life. And it wants to continue doing so, even if it will fight other things to keep me alive so it can torture it myself.
I mean, I'm pretty basic as hell with what I want. Just an endless amount of coin on me. I never go poor. My coin is always refilling.
Oh, you want a bag of holding of golden coins that reproduce?
Maybe, sure.
Yeah, he kind of like out of nowhere just kind of like goes into like one of his like ribs, and he just like pulls a small pouch, and he kind of hands it to you. He's like, always full of silver pieces.
She takes unravels the purse and just to really make sure that it is as endless as he says.
Yeah, it's just boring.
All right.
That's.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I was just making sure that this isn't at all involving our souls because we're exchanging what we want to keep quiet.
That was my question, actually. Yeah.
I was like, I mean, if you're making a deal with the fact that we're giving us our silence to not, like, you're basically bribing us not to say anything and this doesn't concern anything with our souls being sacrificed to the realms of hell after we die. Is what I'm trying to clarify.
He kind of like, let me specify, silence on this specific subject. Yes, there is no Inferno Gate here. You guys can have what I can provide for you guys and never come back here, please.
And when we die, our souls aren't going down to any of the nine hells.
Not unless you did something really, really bad or messed around with another devil.
Looks over at Garrus.
I'll be seeing you later. But I would like 6 more of these vials. The first one took a long, very difficult. Lots of people died for them. If you're able to grab them, and I know they need a little bit of devil essence in them, I'll take that, and that's all I need.
Okay, which is like, so just 6 of those vials?
6 of
Nothing
these
more?
vials. Nothing more.
The rest of you?
I'll just have what she's having.
Okay, same thing.
A bag of silver.
Endless bag of silver, please.
Okay. Again, just digs into its ribcage. Just pulls it out. Hands it to you. He's like, and you? Really? Nothing?
You read the echo. What if you become the unhaunted one?
Well, the haunted one clearly wants to haunt the body. But
Well, let's see.
you
Do
can
you
get
have
a lot of
anything?
these.
All right. If that's the case, do you have anything that grants me protection from devils?
Like, in what sense?
Harm.
Shield? Armor?
Whichever.
Okay, looks like both.
If you can provide me something that I could fight my own demons along with any external ones, that'll be great, and I'll be on my way. Because if I'm going to be fighting devils for the whole rest of my life, I might as well be prepared for it.
He kind of just like at this point, he kind of just like opens something on his side. You guys can all hear cracking, and he provides to just take out this like large round shield. He just like drops it on the table, and you can see it has like an infernal like face over it, with infernal scripture around it. And he just kind of like takes out this leather armor. He drops it. Like, anything else?
That'll do. And I'll just grab the gear.
Okay.
Just to make sure this isn't cursed, is it?
It is
Last
not
thing.
cursed.
Theme.
Theme.
Totally is.
I'd like to do an insight check on that.
Just to because he already gave me the vial,
Oh,
right?
nice.
No, not just yet.
Oh, that was a nat 20, by the way, on that insight.
It is not cursed.
Okay.
Awesome. I need to put this on. It's like the berserker armor. Just like,
Okay. As he kind of looks at it like, well, if we're done here, I can teleport you guys a couple of miles away.
My vials.
It's
You
like,
didn't give him the vials.
I need to make sure you guys leave. Those are fairly important.
Well, no, now you're just adding things onto the deal. Files first.
He gave the rest of us stuff. How come he's not getting his stuff?
well, how about this? Why doesn't he just give you 3 vials now? He teleports us, and then he'll give you the other 3 vials.
Oh no!
At least this way you're.
I need all 6 now.
All right. Well, I just look at the devils like, well, I tried.
I'm on a particular quest of sorts to capture the rest of my siblings, and I need the 6 now.
Sure. He just kind of like grabs stuff from his side. And you can see he has this huge grin. He's like, but after I can teleport you guys away.
I'm all set and ready to go.
Lips are sealed.
Gareth puts out his hand. Deal.
He proceeds to like stop shake your hand, Garrus. He proceeds to take out a little satchel. You can hear glass kind of clinking on the side. He hands it to you.
I have to make sure he's got 6.
I'm just like I can just like see this like a drug deal. Like he just already paid that bag. He has his goodies in his hand.
He kind of is like, well, it's a deal then. 6 of those vials, 2 endless satchels of coin, and protection against my own kind. It's like, it's been a pleasure. I would now escort you guys out. And you guys are off. Would you like to check, Garrus, the little bag?
Yes, I would like to check the bag.
Please check.
And also I'd like to Arcana check the bag too as well. I got a 22.
22 in Arcana?
Yeah, just to
Sure,
check the vials
the
too.
bag is completely fine. The vials are empty. They're exact replicas of your vial.
Okay. Say it like, yeah, okay. Cool.
And
Good.
but they do have an arcane inscription
Uh-oh.
on the bottom of it, which you wouldn't necessarily recognize, but you do feel some magical essence of it. I don't think anybody has identified. But it just feels very strongly of magic.
Mhm.
But they are empty.
Cool. Perfect.
All right. As far as everybody else, your stuff seems to be normal. The leather armor seems to be in one piece. The shields seem to be in one piece. However, you guys have no sense of direction, as you guys were just kind of pinpoint from this place to another without any sort of location.
Oh, I thought he was telling us towards the nearest city or nearest town.
He said a few miles out of town.
Oh, okay. I thought he said towards the nearest town.
Okay, then Narasilla will look up at the sky and measure where the sun is and try and indicate where they must go.
Where? Like, where's north? Where's west? Doesn't help. We have like 3 suns.
You kept
It's like, oh god, dang it.
sorry, you kept the vial, right?
Yes, the initial angelic vial that it has. Yeah.
What's it called? Given the fact that they used to have this angelic vial, you can actually see if they're within any vicinity of where you put your stuff together. If they're anywhere close to it, you can see the essence, the angelic essence, quickly gets sucked up into one of the other vials.
Oh.
It's like
Perfect.
almost like instantly. As soon as they get close, it just like swaps places.
Okay.
Well, at
And
least he
you
gets a different room.
yourself feel a little bit kind of like pulled into the vials, but not necessarily,
Uh-oh.
you're not just going to be dead on it, but you do feel kind of like this sensation of like the wants you dead.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
Garrus like kind of like walks away for like maybe like 10-15 and then like transforms and like starts cackling to himself. It says, "Perfect. They will all be mine now." And he starts like just cackling maniacally to himself.
Narasilla just looks at him like, "Oh, you're doing that again. Okay."
He's having his episode. He's having his episode.
There's
This
nothing up
little
with this
special
crap.
arc. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's how we're gonna end it with
Okay.
a lot of laughing from the Garrus this end. All right. And I'm just gonna wait on the go to see if when we're out,
Okay.
which I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's been a pleasure playing with all of you guys.
Yeah,
Hopefully you
thank
guys
you,
enjoyed it.
everybody.
Hey, thank you.
Likewise.
And
That was
then, I would just like
We
to
didn't
thank
die.
again Corporate Streams for putting us out on the air. Other than that, that's it.
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
That's
Thanks,
it.
everybody.
Thank
We
you,
lived.
everyone. No, we lived.
Yeah.
We live.
But at what cost?
Always
Yeah, right.
important.
Knowledge.
Knowledge,
That's it.
silence.
For
Silence.
silence, yeah.
I'll just write that at the end of my will. Just like, oh, by the way, there's a gate here. I'm dead, by the way. I'm like, I kept silent. There was no deal that said I couldn't say it after I died.
I
This
mean,
is
there is
true.
no deal saying that you can't write it down too.
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
I mean, I could also make my Echo do it. He's not really a part of me. He
Sure.
didn't say anything. The Echo could say it.
Oh my goodness. Hold on.